I'm a 15-year law enforcement veteran, Sheriff's Office in Northern Virginia. It would have been September 11th, 2001, the attack on the Pentagon. Responded down to the Pentagon about 15 minutes after the plane hit. Seeing everything that I saw, the sounds, the smells, stuff that you just can't get out of your head. I went from being a happy-go-lucky guy, kind of enjoyed everything about life, and to starting to withdraw slowly. I was having flashbacks. Every time a plane would fly by, I would be back at the Pentagon again. If things had really gotten bad for me, I had not seeked out any assistance or help for anything. I thought that I could take care of this myself, and I didn't want to appear weak to my coworkers. I didn't want to have to ask for help, because it's a mentality that we have in law enforcement that we can take care of everything. We're always going to fix stuff. And it got to the point that summer where I ended up, it was one weekend I came home and sat down, and I couldn't take it anymore. I had been suffering for so long, and I was tired. I was physically and mentally just done, and wrote out a long note. I think it was a couple pages to my family, to my ex-wife, to my sister, and a couple of my close friends, and had my gun, and I sat there and was kind of, as I was sitting there ready to just stop all the suffering that I was going through, I realized that my ex-wife would get blamed for this because nobody knew what was going on with me. They just thought that she had up and left, and they didn't know the whole story. I was so emotionally attached to her that I didn't want her to have any more pain than she would have already had, and that kept me from completing that act. Things didn't get much better from that point. They continued on, but I never got that low again because I always kept that in the back of my head, that I couldn't get to that point because they would blame her for it. It was 2004. I was working with our peer support team. We had a hanging in the detention center, and Paige had come in with the EAP team. I had never met her before. She's very outgoing, very energetic. She had worked with law enforcement prior. Paige had also worked with the Iraq veterans, and she knew the culture that we had. I had started looking Paige up again because I had lost contact with her over the years. I found her website and found that she was working in Alexandria, Virginia, which was right down the street from where I worked. It was very convenient. When I contacted Paige, that's when the healing process began. Paige's energetic body dialogue worked great for me. It's helped me get the trauma out of my body, find balance, and feel so much better. If you guys are looking for some release from the trauma, something to help you from what you've been going through, contact Paige Valdesari. This will be the best decision you've made in your life. She's helped me find balance, find energy. It's been a great experience, and I cannot recommend her enough to anybody that's military, law enforcement, fire, any public servant, anybody. This has been the greatest experience I've had, and it works.